Hi guys, welcome to another episode of WOF, and oh my god, what a experience I had this past Saturday at For the Love of Wrestling. It was my first ever wrestling convention, well, first ever convention I've ever been to. I've been to a local Comic Con, but in all honesty it wasn't all that good. But For the Love of Wrestling, I cannot. Words actually escape me from what I experienced this weekend. Seriously. I started off the whole week, basically the whole day. I turned up, I was looking for a couple of friends. Didn't find them straight away, as they were busy queuing for Britt Baker. And so I went and had a little look round while I was waiting for them to make an appearance. And the first thing I saw was the old style neon stage, and that was part of the Federation Cave, if you can see that. Federation Cave exhibition. Honest to God, if I could have had a picture in front of that stage, it would have been absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, they had a big collection of Hasbro figures and stuff like that, and they just had music playing. I think the superstars have had a bit of a picture in front of them, but that was probably about it. But honest to God, the stage was absolute amazing just on its own. The stage, it was so accurate. It's unbelievable. Even the WWF logo instead of WWE, unlike what we got on the little new Gen Arena for the figures and everything, it had the WWF logo, and honestly, it was amazing. So next I moved on to having a look at the tables to see who was basically available to taking pictures. Because there was a huge lineup over the weekend. There was Bryan Danielson, but he only made a short appearance. But I think he was there early on, maybe on the Saturday, and I know that he was there on the Sunday, but I can't remember whether he was on both days. But I think he was there both days. Unfortunately, I didn't even see him because I had the 11 o'clock entry ticket because I'm lazy. No. I got the 11 o'clock entry because obviously I couldn't get there any earlier. So moving on, there was Ruby Soho. That's if that's said right. There was Kevin Nash, Demolition, Axe and Smash, Warlord, and Barbarian. Now, forgive me if I get this wrong, but I think they were Powers of Pain in WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it. There was Paul Roma. I think he was there on the Sunday because I don't even remember seeing him at all. Santino Marella, Terry Runnels, Britt Baker, obviously I've already mentioned her anyway, Anna Jay, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and Aaron Archeister, Goldberg, Booker T and Sharmell, Big Show, or Paul White as he is known now, and who else? I'm sure I'm missing someone. Forgive me, I'm trying to remember exactly who was there. Honestly, it was only on Saturday, but I'm buzzing off it so much I can't remember. Oh no, who else is there? I can't even remember whether I've mentioned all the females that were there. Anyway, moving on. I'm sure I'll remember them at some point, and other people will know who is there anyway, because there was a lot of people in there. That place was rammed. There was a few bits where it was quite empty-ish. Obviously, there was another part of the building which had MMA people in there. I know nothing much about MMA. I only know that Brock Lesnar was in UFC and Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and stuff like that. That's all. Oh, Jungle Book was there. Yeah, it's just popped into my head. But yeah, I don't know, like I say, I don't know much about the MMA side. And unfortunately, I actually missed a few bits in there. I was there all day and there was a couple of bits that I actually missed, and I don't even know how I managed to miss it. But I did. And so, moving on. I started the day off. Obviously, I went to the WWF stage. I got a message off one of my friends who were queuing for Britt Baker at the time, and I told them where I was. So I went to see Ruby Soho, also known as Ruby Riott from WWE, and I honestly cannot. I can't find what is the word. She was so pleasant. She was such a lovely woman. She came round to the front of the table because obviously I'm in a wheelchair and I can't get round the back of the tables to have a picture because I didn't have any of the professional pictures pre-booked or anything. I just went on the day, and if they were empty, I would get a picture if I could, or autograph or whatever. So I got my picture with Ruby Soho, lovely woman. She come round to the front, great sport. I honestly, in person, I didn't imagine her to be how she actually is, and she was amazing. She was amazing in all areas, so polite, such a pleasant person and everything. I mean, obviously we expect that they've got to be to like fans and stuff, but you know, some of them can be quite boring and a bit. But she was lovely. So I get my picture taken with Ruby Soho, and a guy comes up to me, and I was thinking to myself, who's he? No offense. I was like, who's he? I don't know who he is. Then it clicked. It was Gavin Fletcher from he has his own podcast. I was actually on his podcast a couple of weeks ago, maybe just over a week ago, with AJWF and Jimmy Rasslin. Speaking of them two, I will get to that in a minute. Gavin came up to me, shook my hand, we met for the first time ever, and it was absolutely brilliant to be able to go there and to be able to end up meeting with somebody that we've actually not seen face to face before. And how he knew who I was, I don't know. Honestly, obviously, when I did the podcast, I went on video because I'm deaf and I rely on lip reading. But I hadn't actually seen Gavin via video or anything like that. He came up, great lad, and we got chatting. We were near the TLC exhibition which was free, which was one thing I didn't actually do. You could get a picture in front of in front of a ladder, tables and chairs and whatnot. And I didn't get a picture in front of that, and you know, there was just so many things. There was a few things that I didn't do that I actually should have done, and I just didn't get around to doing it. My mind was blown by the whole day. So I meet up with Gavin. We have a bit of a chat. Then, two lads who I know damn well who they were comes up to me with the cameras blaring. Oh, here he is! It's Booger Taker! Yes, it was AJWF and Jimmy Rasslin. Straight away, they're there. AJ doing his vlogging. Jimmy Rasslin doing his vlogging. Honest to God, we have been talking for the last year, maybe just over, maybe year and a half, maybe a little bit more. And it was the first time that we actually met face to face. And I didn't have my gloves on because I was gimmicked. I was dressed as The Undertaker and I didn't have my gloves on. So, anyone that is actually interested in seeing how this meet came together, here is a clip of us meeting for the first time, courtesy of AJWF and Jimmy Rasslin. I will show both clips of both people just so you can hear both of their reactions when they see me.
We're double vlogging here.
Oh, here he is! It's Booger Taker!
Booger Taker! Unbelievable! Watch this! Unbelievable! Yes! And the myth legend! Do it, man, do the impression for us. I've got my gloves.
Yeah, as you can see, Wheels. Yes, that is my nickname from AJWF, Wheels. So we meet up and made two amazing lads. It was AJ and James that got me into doing this kind of thing. Doing videos for YouTube, and the fact that I've even done a podcast as well with AJ, James and Gavin, it is, for me, it's an achievement. So never ever say nothing is possible, because at one time I would never have sat in front of a camera talking to myself. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I've never ever thought I would ever do that kind of thing. So, yes, I was dressed as The Undertaker, and in all honesty, I think AJ had an inkling it was coming, but I think the one thing I didn't do that I think they would have loved to have heard in person is, "Oh yes!" My Paul Bearer impression. I didn't do it for them. I didn't do it for them in person. No, sadly, I didn't do the Paul Bearer impression because I was supposed to be The Undertaker. Yeah, so there was a few people cosplaying in the area. I saw somebody dressed as Kane, somebody else dressed as The Undertaker, but from a different era. Well, actually, I saw two people dressed as Undertaker from different eras. Somebody was dressed as Liv Morgan, somebody was dressed as Carmella. I can just see it now. James is sat there laughing his head off because he's just seen me doing the stalking face. Yes, I've just had to pause my recording because my dad came in he's talking to me, and he was trying to start my recording back off again. And so, as I was saying, I think I got up to somebody who was dressed as Liv Morgan. So there was also somebody dressed as Carmella, Jeff Hardy, somebody even dressed as a referee. Even had the earpiece and everything. That was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. The person that was dressed as Liv Morgan, that was absolutely amazing. She had everything down to a T. The straps around the leg and the women's championship. Absolute amazing dressing. The Jeff Hardy cosplay, absolute fantastic. He had the proper like really luminous sleeves, the black hair, everything. It was absolute spot on. Then there was somebody dressed as Shotzi Blackheart. Even that outfit was amazing, absolute brilliant. People were wanting to take pictures with me dressed as the Undertaker and everything, but all I can say is nobody, or should I say, I did not have anything on top of the people dressed as Liv Morgan, Jeff Hardy, and all that. Honest to God, the outfits were spot on. I will be putting a picture. Well, it's probably actually already showing in the bottom corner. A picture of me with some of the people that were there. There was a guy dressed as Roman Reigns as well. I think he's in that same picture that you will see at the side. Who else did I see somebody dressed up as? Oh, there was a little kid dressed as John Cena. Even his outfit was perfect. Absolute brilliant. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I always have been, and to see people go to the extremes with outfits for these kind of things. I mean, the Carmella outfit was absolute bob on, absolute amazing. And honest to God, cause you people that do these cosplaying, that really do go to the extreme, I bow down to you, because your outfits are absolute brilliant. And I can honestly say, this weekend, I saw some absolute amazing stuff. There was someone there as Kane. I believe there was a guy walking around as part of the actual event as Macho Man Randy Savage. I actually never saw him, so whether he was only doing the Sunday, I don't know. There was supposed to be somebody dressed as Terminator. I thought that was a bit odd, really, for a wrestling event, but I suppose you could say Arnold Schwarzenegger did appear in WWE, so I suppose you can let that off. I didn't see him either. I think he must have been there on the Sunday, I don't know. So, moving on. Obviously, I've been with AJ and James and everybody. They've gone off and to do a few things, look at the stalls and stuff. AJ had been there from early on, and James, because they had the earlier tickets. But honest to God, that the day was just amazing. Just being around, knowing that there was wrestling superstars in there, and so I moved on to. After that, I moved on to Anna Jay. I got a picture with Anna Jay, which you will see to the side in a moment. She, and again, just like Ruby Soho, absolutely amazing. Come round to the front of the table and took the picture with me. She was a lovely young woman, absolute lovely young woman. If people ever get a chance to go to these for the love of wrestling events, do it. Seriously, I've wanted to do something like that for years and years and years, but I've just never, well, I've never really had the money for it and never really had been able to go. Because I've either been on holiday or I've been doing something else or ill. Yeah, it happens. I saw that there was a bloke, unfortunately didn't get to make it to For the Love of Wrestling. He I saw he put a post on Facebook. I think it was on the For the Love of Wrestling page. He had a bit of a problem going on with his heart, and he was unable to go. I hope he made a recovery. I hope he made a good recovery, because I know what it's like, because I have a heart problem myself. So hopefully he's made a recovery. Unfortunately, I don't think he managed to get to For the Love of Wrestling, because he was supposed to be going on the Saturday, and his heart had other ideas, unfortunately. So hopefully he is okay. So we'll move on now, and so I've said Ruby Soho and Anna Jay. I went doing a bit of wandering around some of the stores. Stalls, should I say? Because some of the people that I was gonna get pictures with were currently doing the professional photo shoots or doing panels. So I went looking around a few of the stalls, and I came across. I've actually got a few leaflets from people that I actually went to. Derek's Toy Barn. I went to his stall, and I managed to pick up an AEW figure of Red Velvet. I'm not going to go into any detail with the figures and everything. That will be on a different video. But basically just show you the purchases that I made while I was there. I managed to get a hold of Red Velvet. I've not seen her before, so I thought to myself, it's there, I'm gonna get it. So I got that figure. Then I moved on to, it's probably not exactly in the order, because some of them I went to nearly more towards the end of the day. I went to main event belts stall or display, whatever it was. Seriously, my God, I saw the quality of those belts. I wanted one, but I didn't have the money. I was trying to reserve as much as I could so that I could get pictures with superstars and stuff. They had a winged eagle there, and I could have possibly sat there drooling at that all day. Seriously, I've got a winged eagle in my room. Unfortunately, it was one of these dodgy makers. It's gone rusty in parts, and it's even the front mould when I got it and everything. It's messed up. It's not a very good belt at all, unfortunately. So I also went to a Wipermania. Yes, Wipermania stall. This, I haven't got a clue what this thing is. I know that they were doing raffles and stuff, but Wipermania, and if you're wondering what Wipermania was, I have got it there somewhere. Where the bloody hell's it gone? I brought it out with me. Oh no! Oh! Where have I put it? Oh dear. Where's it? Ah, there it is. Hiding underneath a hat. Wipermania. Yes. Now, I didn't actually purchase this myself. My mum purchased this. Honest to God, my mum isn't really a wrestling fan, but I think she was a tad excited when we were there, and she just had to have this. Yes, Wipermania. It's a Macho Man. It's a sticker that goes on the back of your car, and the hand sticks to the window wiper, and it goes like this. Honest to God, honestly, this, you can get loads of different types. Check them out. Check them out if you see. I think they've got a website. Oh yeah, wipermania.com. Wipermania.com, yes. But this one my mum bought of Macho Man Randy Savage. They had, I don't know whether they've got pictures of it. They haven't got the pictures of it on that. That's fallen on the floor now. You might be able to just see on there what you can get. You can get like a Macho Man doing an elbow drop on Hulk Hogan, or Hulk Hogan doing a leg drop on Andre the Giant that you stick to your window and stick to your window wiper. Absolute brilliant. I've seen different window wiper things before, but I've never seen wrestling related ones. They were brilliant. I really liked them. There was a guy on there. He had these little light boxes, and it was just basically a plastic box with lights in it, and then you slipped whatever picture you wanted into it. They had Undertaker, John Cena, Jeff Hardy, you name it, wrestling wise, they had it. They even had Pokemon and stuff like that on there. They were amazing items. Yeah, they were amazing items. I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen different things, don't get me wrong, but those light boxes were amazing. There was also another stall where somebody, I don't know whether they actually painted some of them while they were there. I think they were paintings or drawings. I can't remember. I think AJWF, if you check his vlog out, he's got a clip of the stall on his video, and it's all different art of wrestlers. Seriously, they were top notch. If I had have had more money with me at that event on Saturday, I would have spent a fortune. I spent 480 while I was there as it was. Honestly, some of the items there were amazing. The pictures that this guy had were fantastic, and I think he painted them all himself. Honestly, amazing. I wish I knew what his store was. Like I say, AJWF may very well have the name of the stall and everything. Absolute amazing. If you can get something that he's got, that you could possibly get signed or something like that, what he had, wow, they were amazing. Can't fault any of the people that were in there on Saturday. I went to another stall. I honestly, I am an absolute idiot because I never got many of the names of like the stalls and the things like that. I only got leaflets from certain ones. So we goes up to this other stall. AJ and James, I think, were still with me at this point. I know that AJ was. I can't remember whether James was round the corner. or whatnot. But AJ was there, and my mum's trying to help me out. I collected Hasbro's years ago, and I needed to replace my $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase in the black trunks. Wow. Yes, this is the funny part. I think my mum said to the vendor, I'm looking for the guy in the black trunks. That doesn't help anyone. No, that doesn't help anyone. Ironically, AJ must have heard that. He went round the corner, look, and straight away he found the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Hasbro. Yes, I finally got it replaced. And I tell you what, very, very stiff joints and everything. Very good. He had a couple of them. I got that one. He had a lot of Hasbros. Unfortunately, no green card. No green card ones. Well, I didn't see any anyway. But, you know, the green card, they're expensive. Yes, I may very well not been able to have got one anyway. So, moving on. Oh, before I move on to another stall, I actually need to put a big thank you out to AJ. Because AJ, a couple of weeks ago, before For the Love of Wrestling, he went to his local Smiths and he saw Andre the Giant of Elite 100, and yes, he brought it to For the Love of Wrestling for me. I gave him the money before the event and everything, and he kindly brought it all the way from his home, because he lives quite a distance. He brought it all the way from there, and I can't thank him enough. So thanks AJ for that. Absolutely amazing of you to actually do that. But as he says, helping the bro out. And so yeah, I appreciate that, AJ. And you know, I just get lost for words with how kind people can be at times. So let's move on. What else did I get? Oh, from the same store that I actually got the $1 Million Man Hasbro, the vendor very kindly gave me a packet of badges for free of The Undertaker. I think it was because of my outfit or whatever, but thank you very much for that. I will find somewhere to put these. I have got a cork board that I might possibly be able to put these on, because it's got a little bit of fabric over the top of the actual cork board, but he gave me these for free. So thank you very much for that. I really do wish I knew which stall he was, the name and everything. AJ might know, James might know, I don't know. I don't. So, one of the last stalls that I actually visited was Real Rasslin. If I'm saying that right. I am saying it right. Real Rasslin. I don't know how they pronounce it. I got a leaflet from them while I was there. They do a lot of merchandise. They do pop vinyls. They do the Elite figures, Ultimates, Jazzwares, Unmatched, Unrivaled. And I actually managed to pick up Powerhouse Hubs from them. Yes, Powerhouse Hubs from their stall. So thank you for that. I was looking at the Owen Hart. Unfortunately, I actually didn't have enough money for it, so I went with Powerhouse Hobbs because it was another one that I didn't have. I didn't have enough money for the Owen Hart. I'd seen the Owen Hart a couple of times, on a couple of stalls, but because I'd been saving what I needed for pictures with superstars and stuff, by the time I'd had the pictures, autographs and whatnot, I didn't have a lot of money left, but I managed to pick up a couple of things towards the end of the day. So, away from the end of the day, sorry, this is going to be a long video, but it was for the love of wrestling. It was a big event, and to get this done, it would be, I would have to split it into different videos. I don't think people would appreciate that. I think they would want to watch it all as one. So, I've done all the store parts. I've said that I had pictures with Ruby Soho and Anna Jay. So, other people I moved on to for pictures was Kevin Nash. We waited for him in the queue, because he was doing a photo shoot. I think he was doing the WCW Champions photo shoot. He may have been doing his solo one. I don't know which one he was doing, but we waited for him to come back. And in all honesty, me being in a wheelchair and everything, I don't expect special treatment, but we'd been waiting there for a while, and a few other people were in front of me, but one of the stewards actually came up to me and took me to the front before everybody else. I really do apologise to all those people that were waiting, but it was the steward that took me. It wasn't by choice. It wasn't bad choice. He just came and got me, took me to the front to see Kevin Nash. Appreciate it, but I don't expect that kind of treatment. Honestly, I never have. But blast them. It's obviously just their thing. We did have some sort of band that was, apparently it was supposed to be fast track, but we didn't really bother using the fast track anyway, because I got people when they were quiet. So, moving on, I also had a picture with Britt Baker. Britt Baker, once again, absolute lovely woman. Sporting the black eye currently, bless. From whatever happened on AEW a couple of weeks ago. But in all honesty, I actually didn't notice the black eye. I honestly didn't. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I thought she's supposed to have a black eye. And I thought she must have had a lot of makeup on. And if I haven't seen that, or either that or the black eye wasn't real, but it turns out the black eye was real. And she actually did have a black eye. And I didn't notice until I actually went to have pictures with her, because I'd already passed her once, and I was just about to go and get my picture, and she went for a lunch or whatever she was doing for a break, because obviously the amount of people that they see during them days, you've got to have a bit of a break. I don't blame them, seriously, I really don't. But yes, Britt Baker, absolute wonderful woman, fantastic wrestler, and she even asked me my name and everything. Unfortunately, she didn't ask me for my number. Yeah. No. I don't suppose she could really, could she? Because Adam Cole, baby, was also there. And I will show you a clip right now of Adam Cole's entrance at For the Love of Wrestling during the panel. Unfortunately, I did get a video, but it wasn't very good because I was quite far back and I was having to hold my my gimbal as high as I could, and I was still getting people in it, and it kept focusing on the people rather than Adam Cole. So, with permission from AJ and James, depending on which one I've got in there, I can't remember. Here is a clip of Adam Cole making it. Yes, Adam Cole. The place was absolute electric when he came out. I mean, I'm deaf. I mean, I can hear to an extent, but I heard absolute every person in that building shouting, "Adam Cole, baby!" Seriously, the experience that I actually had for the love of wrestling is absolutely amazing. So, as well as Britt Baker was the last person I said that I'd met. So, moving on. One of the other people that I went and got a picture with was Santino Marella. Yes, Santino Marella was there, and I don't know what it was, but I thought he seemed a bit shy. I don't know what it was. I thought he seemed a little bit shy. Considering he's been on TV for WWE and stuff like that, I couldn't help but think he seemed a bit shy compared to everybody else. I could very well be wrong. It could be just the way he is. But he was a lovely bloke. He came round the table, had a picture with me, obviously, which you'll probably see to the left of me anyway. He came round, had a picture with me, and he was quite impressed with my Undertaker outfit. One person that was even more impressed was actually, I don't know if he was Santino Marella's agent or whatever, whoever sits next to them and puts the money in the box and whatnot. He was that impressed. He actually asked me for a picture. And he actually asked me for a picture. And he came and had a picture with me in front of Santino Marella and stuff. Honestly, I did not expect that at all. He said that's the best one I've seen today. Me in my outfit and stuff. Blown away. Boom. I've honestly the day things were just blowing my mind in all different things that were happening around. But Santino Marella's agent or whatever he was that was sat next to him to actually want a picture with me, that was just wow. Wow. I was like, oh my god, why? I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody. I'm just dressed as the Undertaker, or as my gimmick, the Booker Taker. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that was quite entertaining. And the picture that I actually had with him, I will also be showing that if that's not already. Smash was actually walking behind us from Demolition. Smash was actually walking behind us over to his table with Axe. So I had a picture with Santino Marella there. I had a picture with, I've said I said Jamie. Sorry. Ooh, no, I didn't mean that. Ooh, I had a picture with Jamie Hater. Oh my god. Such a pleasant woman. I didn't even realise she was British. Honestly, I didn't even realise that she was British. I was looking at something on the internet after I came back from there. Because I was looking for something. I think it was was it something to do with where she'd started or something like that? I can't remember what I was looking for, but I was looking for something to do with her, and I actually saw that she was British. I didn't know until she actually spoke to me, because she had the proper British accent. Honest to God, I'm British, but I don't think I sound British at times. But she had that proper prominent British accent, and oh my God, I was like, wow, I didn't know that. And one thing that I have always wanted to see in person was a wrestling championship belt. I've seen replicas, I've seen belt makers, but she had the women's championship with her, and oh my God, just to see the women's championship from AEW in person, wow. Seriously, I love championship belts. I've got at least, is it 9? I think I've got 9, maybe 8. I don't know. But yeah, to see the championship belt, she was a lovely woman. I actually nicknamed her the $1 Million Woman, because she was asking for 75 quid for a picture and an autograph. I only had the picture because, in all honesty, pictures last longer. For me, pictures are worth more than an autograph. I did get autographs from certain people because I had an actual WWE thing. I didn't have anything AEW. So I had just a picture with her, and I called her the $1 Million Woman, and honest to God, her banter level was brilliant. She said, "Oh yeah, but I do like to get the money," and I even posed with my money next to her in the picture. The banter from her was brilliant. I cannot fault Jamie Hayter whatsoever. Absolute amazing woman. And I think she's a fantastic wrestler. Honest to God, she was lovely. She really, really was lovely. So was that everybody that I went to see? Oh no, I also had a picture with IRS, Irwin R. Shyster. He was a pleasant bloke. He gave me 2 autographs. For the price of one, because I went for an autograph and a picture. Obviously, I took my own WWE thing, and he said, "Well, you get a picture in on the price anyway." He said, "Do you want a picture?" So I got a picture of both him and $1 Million Man, and he signed that. Pay up, IRS. Oh, and yeah, he actually personalised it to me as well. Pay up, Sean. IRS. So I got to meet the $1 Million Man as well. And now, one legend I have always wanted to meet is The Undertaker. But to actually meet the man that sort of basically brought Undertaker into it via Survivor Series 1990. And the guy that introduced him, well, I think he introduced him anyway on the night. Whichever it was. Obviously Undertaker was part of his team, but to actually meet the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, in person, wow, what a true legend. He was such a pleasant bloke. I cannot knock anybody at that event. For the Love of Wrestling was absolutely amazing, and the $1 Million Man, he thanked me. I thank you, $1 Million Man. You're the legend, not me. But he thanked me, and he shook my hand. I mean, I shook hands with near enough everybody that I met on Saturday, but for $1 Million Man to actually say to me, thank you, no. Appreciate it, but no, thank you, $1 Million Man. Thank you. It's not me that should be being thanked, it's you. You are the legend of that event. You gave your life to entertaining people. As far as I'm concerned, I don't get a thank you in that matter. You do. Honestly, amazing guy. So pleasant, it's unbelievable. I honestly, boom, my head. The whole experience on Saturday was just wow. Seriously, I'm trying to think. I would look in my phone to see who I actually met, but I can't because I'm actually recording with the phone. But honest to God, I think I've got. I'm trying to think. Let me have a look because I met 8 people. So here we go. Ruby, Anna J, Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker. That was the 4 women. $1 Million Man, IRS, Santino Marella, yeah, Kevin Nash. So yeah, I have done them all. But yeah, this Saturday had to be one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life. Nothing will ever take away the chill of The Undertaker's thong. For the last time in the UK before retiring and everything, when he and Kane confronted the Wyatt family. Nothing will ever take that away, but this Saturday was a close second place. It had to be a second place. I'm hoping to do it next year, and if you are a wrestling fan and you can afford and you can or save money up to go to the For the Love of Wrestling, do it. Honest to God, do it. This Saturday was one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and I've done a few things in my life, not a lot, because of my conditions and because of my condition of being in a wheelchair and stuff. But this Saturday was one of the best experiences ever. It was a hard hit, yeah. One thing, a couple of things that I didn't get to do, which I am actually a bit gutted at about one of them. Our friend Gavin changed his profile picture on Facebook, and he had a picture with a prop Slammy Award, WWE Slammy Award, And I sat there, and when I saw the picture, I was like, oh no, I forgot all about that. I would have loved to have taken a picture with the Slammy Award. And I forgot because it was free. It was free as well. You didn't have to pay for it. It was in with the event. All you had to do was go up, have a picture with it, done. And I didn't do it. Honest to God. I actually saw the Slammy Awards section where you could have your picture with it and everything, and I didn't do it. I was like, when I saw my friend Gavin's picture, I was like, no. Honestly, I am absolutely gutted that I didn't do that. There is a gaming section apparently. I actually never saw it. It's making me wonder whether it was in the side where the MMA stuff was. I actually never saw it where you could play the old video games, and I think even maybe the newer video games. I don't know whether they were having some like little tournaments, competitions, or whatever, or where you could just play against other people on the day. But I never actually saw that section. I would have literally, while I was waiting for Kevin Nash to come back, because we had to wait for I think we had to wait about 2 hours, because he was doing, I think possibly 2 different solo shoots, and I am absolutely gutted because I would have literally sat and played Raw Rumble or WWF Raw. Honestly, I love those games. I still have them on the SNES. But I missed out. I completely... As I say, I never actually saw the section itself. So... yeah, it was a bit gutting about that. But the Slammy Award, but... all I can say is... Go! Yeah. Oh, that weekend of excitement, and I forgot to do something that was free. Oh my God, I can see it now. AJ's sitting there thinking to himself, you idiot. You absolute idiot. Oh dear. Yeah. So, all in all, one funny moment when we were there. My mum saw Big Show, walking off from his table, and she said, oh, "He's a big fella, him, isn't he?" Well, hence the name Big Show. But I don't think she realised just how big he was. Oh, he's a big fella, isn't he? Get your camera out. Go on, get your thing in. Take a picture of him, and he's walking over there, or a video. AJ said she was brilliant. AJ said she was absolutely brilliant. In all honesty, I actually didn't do as much as I really should have done with the event. There is probably a random video I put in here somewhere. I don't even know where I'm gonna put it, but I will be putting it in the final draft. May already be in by the time you get to this part of the video. But I just did a bit of filming of around the area and stuff like that. I'll be taking the sound out of it for possible background copyright reasons, because we know how sensitive YouTube is nowadays. Yeah, so, honestly, I'm sorry that this video is so long, but for the love of wrestling, as I said earlier on, it is a big event, and I'm sure people would love to be watching and hearing what people have to say about the whole weekend. But, as I say, for the love of wrestling, the people that organised it, which is Monopoly Events, I think, to those people who organised that event, all I can say is, Thank you. That it is an absolute amazing thing that you do for wrestling fans by organising these events and stuff. Progress Wrestling was apparently there. I've never really seen anything about Progress Wrestling. Apparently there was somebody there. I think they called her Little Lizzie or Lindsay or something like that. AJ knows. She was in NXT UK, I think. I would never have recognised her because I never ever watched NXT UK, and so I know that AJ spoke to her and stuff because it's in his vlog. So, as always, I have been your typical madhead host of this video. I have my own t-shirt now of WOF, which tells you to subscribe. Look, it tells you to subscribe. Oh, God, it's on my belly then. It tells you to subscribe. Yeah, do it. Yeah, WOF. Woohoo! I got my own t-shirt. But yes, this weekend, obviously I didn't do the Sunday because I could only go the one day. But this whole weekend has given me such a buzz. I am chewing my dad's ear off with stuff that happened over this weekend, and because that is how much of a buzz it has given me. This has been an amazing weekend. So, on that note, until next time, I have been your host from WOF, and I am out. See you next time.